again, everybody. Welcome to Toonkind 12 FPS. Yay! My name is Wes, and I'm going to be playing Rye today, and I am joined by...
Hi, I'm RJ. I'm playing several characters today.
Oh, goody. Oh, this is going to be a fun time. This is going to be a good fun time.
It's gonna be great.
Oh, dear. Alrighty, well, we will jump into it without any preamble, I think. Oh, the one thing I think we do need to say as part of preamble is this actually takes place before the Turning Point FPS that RJ did with V-Wild. So there's some timeline shenanigans happening here, but apart from that, I think it's all good.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
Cool. Alright, well, I will set it all up then. So Lynn has gone walkabout and has deposited Rye with Rez and Skip and Coogan back where he used to live with them in Framework Town. He's been popping in and out at Network because he likes Network and he doesn't like being alone, so he's been popping in there, but he's still not feeling too crash hot about being left back in Framework Town, and he finally has decided. He was given a key that links any door to the Macabre Manor, and he's not used it yet. And so he's kind of decided that's what he's going to do. So it just works on any door with a lock, doesn't it, RJ?
Yeah, you just stick it in the lock and turn it as if you're unlocking the lock, and the skull on the key, the eye sockets glow orange, and it memorizes the door so you can step through. And you can choose to open it so it opens into the manor, or it opens out of the manor, as if you're exiting. So.
And that's what Rye's going to do. He sticks it into the bedroom door of the place where they stay in Framework Town, and opens it as if he's exiting Macabre Manor, and he steps out into Halloween Town, closing the door very gently behind him. And then he, just by default, casts Pass Without Trace, because that's just what he do. And I suppose I should just start off with rolling him a stealth, I guess.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
14 plus 3 plus it's
17.
10 from...
So that's 27.
Yeah, 27, that's not too bad.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah. That's pretty damn good.
So, as you sneak away from Macabre Manor, seemingly unseen by every fucking thing, whereabouts are you headed? Whereabouts are you going, or are you just wandering?
He's just wandering to start with. He didn't exactly get a chance to have a good look at Halloween Town the last time they were there because panic. But he sort of wants to go and have a sticky beak around, and he doesn't expect there to be a whole lot of people up because it's the middle of the night. But he's prepared to be surprised.
Yeah, no, ordinarily, it being the middle of the night would generally put people in bed. However, this is a town of monsters. Most monsters tend to be, if not nocturnal, then at least crepuscular. So it's pretty damn busy nightlife, honestly. Cool. Go ahead and roll a perception check just to see what you see.
Okie dokie. What's his perception? Doodly diddly dee. There. Okay, so that's a 15 plus his perception, which is 5. That's a dirty 20.
Cool. Dirty 20. Okay. What can I give you on a dirty 20? So, the town itself is kind of a mishmash of different architectural styles, I suppose would be the term to use. There's some houses that would look more in place in the middle of the woods, in the middle of fucking nowhere. There's some, you think, more institutional buildings that look like old abandoned psych wards or gothic manors or anything like that. There's a couple of just ordinary, like, blocks of flats or apartments for anyone in the Americas. But it's all kind of a mishmash. But it works somehow. It works. You seem to be stood in what looks like a big town square. There's the path down from Macabre Manor, and then there is a fountain, and there's like rings of buildings concentric out from there. No one seems to be spotting you, but you suspect in part due to your insanely high stealth from the spell.
Yeah. He's gonna find somewhere sort of in a corner somewhere to sort of sit, and he's just gonna people watch for a little bit.
Yeah, fair enough. People watching, a majority of the population is Toons, because you are in Einquell, but there is a surprising amount of real kind there. And you start noticing, while there are, like, just regular-looking Toons and monster-looking Toons, all the real kind are monsters in some way, shape, or form. You see vampires, you see zombies, you see skeletons, werewolves, were-tigers, all manner of beings of the night. And you remember that Jacques and Scappi's mentioned making contracts with some monsters before, and you figure, oh hey, they're probably here because they've contracted land.
Yep.
But I'm gonna roll a thing now. Goody. See how well they do. Oh wait, no, I should actually use the actual fuck, what is their... Okay. Oh boy, okay. This is gonna be interesting. Oh, that's not too bad. What is Rye's passive perception?
His passive is 15.
Okay. So, as you're people watching, you don't notice anything until there is a loud croak in your ear. And as you turn around, there is a raven perched right next to you.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Okay, let me just roll him a whiz saving throw for a startle. Although, that's probably going to be pretty alright. That's fine. That's a 12 plus 8. He does not just suddenly drop his spell and go, ah! So he's just sort of going to lean back a little bit. So, oh dear. Hi.
It, like, looks at you, head twitching from side to side. Now, normally, ravens, black feathers, black eyes, fairly sleek looking. This thing has golden eyes.
Ooh. Shiny.
Yeah.
He's just sort of blinking at it.
Yeah, so this thing has golden eyes, and it looks strangely intelligent.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, he can't talk to animals, so he's just gonna sort of look at it and then, can he tell? He can tell that this thing can see him, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, hello. And he's just sort of gonna scooch away from it a little bit. Just still watching it. Like, oh gosh. What do I do? I wasn't expecting to talk to anybody.
It hops slightly in place, just jumping slightly further away, and then looks at you again.
Can I help you?
It does another short hop away and turns to look at you again.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna roll him in and make sure you can figure out that means follow me. Come down the rabbit hole.
Well, I mean, I think it's fairly obvious, so I will give you advantage.
Oh, okay. Well, what's his int? 2, so he's gonna need it. Oh, because that is a 6 plus 2. Oh boy.
Oh my goodness. Oh no! You're rolling that one!
It's not much better. But
the DC was only 10! You are baffled by this bird. You are baffled by this bird.
Poor boy. He's
Hang on. Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you kidding me? Okay. I'm giving them advantage as well. This is ridiculous. Oh, that's on the floor. Hang on. Fuck's sake. At least they managed to make it.
Oh man.
It's figured out that you have no idea what's going on, so it's gonna hop closer and like you're wearing a hoodie, right?
Yep.
Second?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, okay. So it's gonna just nip at your hoodie and like tug you slightly. Not strong enough to cause any damage, but just a gentle tug.
Cool. I reckon because his highest of those two was a 9, I reckon that's enough to get him the 10. Oh boy. Okay. What? You want me to come with you? Oh, okay. Sure. And he's just sort of gonna get up and get ready to follow this bird. He's pretty sure he could get away from a bird.
Yeah, so the bird immediately takes off and flits down one of the side streets, and then stops waiting for you on a lamppost.
Okay. He's gonna just trot on after it.
Alrighty. So, how long do you follow this bird?
Until he starts getting worried. Like, I mean, he doesn't really know where he is anyway. But, like, if it starts leading him out, like, too far away from, like, buildings and stuff, then he's gonna sort of be like, no, I am not walking out into the wilderness. That's a bad idea.
Go... what would this be? Go ahead and roll... either survival or investigation, whichever's higher.
Survival. And because I always roll badly when I rolled investigation for some reason. Oh my goodness, that's fan-frickin-tastic. That is a nat 20 plus...
Oh yeah, hell yeah!
Plus 8.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ, okay! Alrighty. You keep your bearings remarkably well for this being a place you're not very familiar with, to the point where you feel fairly confident if you needed to, you could backtrack back to Macabre Mansion.
Cool.
It does kind of lead you through a rather circuitous route through the town. You are able to take your bearing from the position of the moon in the sky, knowing the time of year and like where it should be roughly.
Yep.
So you are aware that you're heading kind of east-southeast kind of direction. And it does kind of lead you toward the outskirts, but not into the outskirts. And eventually it stops by a collection of buildings. That's a lot of claw marks on those buildings.
Ooh. Huh, okay. Rai is going to go into his hammer space just quickly. That is a 7, that's fine. And he's just going to get out his little stick. It's like, okay, I don't know why I'm here, but I'm now armed. I feel a little bit better about that. What's going on?
Alrighty, I need to double check. What level? You can do this at. Oh, damn, okay. Alright. Okay, so... the Raven lands in the kind of middle of this cluster of buildings. Because the way they're laid out is it's like a small compound. You go through the gate and there's a courtyard on the outside and there's buildings around the edges.
Yep.
It lands in the middle of this, and this was a fairly regular sized raven. There is almost like a puff of black feathers. This is now a very large raven. A giant raven, one might say.
Oh, good thing I got my stick.
but it doesn't seem to be attacking you.
Okay.
It's just kind of sat there looking at you, head tilting from side to side.
Rye's just sort of holding onto his stick, going, "Oh boy, what did I get into?" This is a nice place. Why did you bring me here? Very, very large bird.
It looks at you, and then grabs a small rock from beside the just on the ground, beside its foot, and begins scratching at the floor.
Okay. Raya's just gonna watch it do that. He's not sure what that's about.
Roll perception.
Okay. It is a... Oh goodness, this dice has dots on it. Which way around? Is a 6 or a 9? Crap, okay. I think that...
9 will have the dot by the tail, 6 will have the dot by the circly bit.
Yeah, this one doesn't... Oh wait, hang on. Oh, it's a very, very... Okay, I'm going to swap this dice out, but I think that was a 6. Okay, so 6 plus his perception, which... What was it? There it is, plus 5. 6 plus 5, so that's 11.
Okay, good. You meet the DC, that's fine. As you watch this bird scratch at the floor, it takes you a moment, because you've never seen anyone else use this. Ever! Because this is RJ speaking up. No one ever uses this. This bird is scratching a message in Druidic on the floor.
Awesome!
No one uses it! No one uses it!
Oh, that's cool. His eye's gonna kind of go wide and go, ooh, I can read that! And just gonna trot over to go and have a look.
It's rather, yeah, it's rather short, and it's kind of messy. But it basically just reads, wild shape? Question mark.
Rye's gonna blink at that, and then just sort of tilt his head to one side and huh? What's that mean?
What is your... Oh, damn. Alright, okay. Well, that's fine.
Wow, that's definitely fine.
For the second time tonight, you've been snuck up on. And this time, it is a rather large shadow that gets cast over you as someone, like, leans over you to read the message and goes, huh. Fee made a friend.
I'm gonna roll that whiz again. Yeah, okay, that's fine. He's fine. That's an 18, plus his whiz save is 8.
Nice.
He's going to sort of take a big step to the side to turn around, and he's got his stick, but he didn't lose his shit, because that was a really good roll.
Nice. So, this is who you see.
Oh, cool.
And upon you turning around, they, like, give you a wave and go, yo, you must be Rye, right?
Yes?
Yeah, cool. Jacques and Sculpies keep telling us about you, but, well, we've not seen any yet.
Oh, no, I've not really visited before.
Fair enough. Fee, why are you still shifted? Come on, say hi. And the bird kind of squawks, and, this blue-haired person just gives them a look. And then the bird shifts again.
Oh, boy. Oh, that's neat. Cool. Ryan's just looking, just like his eye has just gone really, really round. Like, Oh, cool.
The taller of the two lichens, because that's you realize now that's what they are. The gold eyes are a little bit of a giveaway.
Yep.
Yeah, so the taller of the two with the blue hair holds out a hand for you to shake and goes, "Hi, my name's Ava. Captain Ava McTeer."
Rye sticks out his hand and only holds it very, very lightly for the handshake.
Fair. Yeah,
Right.
you can see there is visible effort going into not crushing your hand.
This is appreciated.
Yeah,
Straight
how
this.
tall? How tall is Rye?
Oh, what did I make him? Do. Do I actually have to go into his sheet to find that info? Crap, that's annoying. Oh no, wait, there it is. He is 3'4".
Oh my god,
Itty bitty.
he's less than half the size of Ava. She has to bend over double. Actually, no. She'll crouch. She'll crouch.
That's
What's the
fine.
meaning for both of them?
Yep.
Yeah. So she crouches and shakes your hand, and then hooks a thumb over her shoulder a little bit and points at the other lichen and goes, "Svi, they don't tend to make friends much. You must have caught their attention."
Oh, I was trying not to draw attention to myself, but they saw me anyway.
Just taps the side of her nose a bit.
Blink.
Anyway. Ah, wait. Jax mentioned you're a druid, didn't he? That would do it, yeah. So it's Fee.
Oh. Okay. Cool. And you might want to roll insight on this kid.
Absolutely. You both have... Oh shit, you both do? Alright. Okay. 10 plus 7 for Fee. Jesus Christ. 17 plus 5 for Ava.
Damn, okay. Well, in both cases, it's kind of apparent he doesn't actually know what that word means.
Druid.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
There's a like a dot moment. Hey Fee, you got any wild shapes left? And Fee will nod and then transform again, but this time they are a wolf.
Oh, Rise, looking at that, he's like, oh, Lynn can do that. That's cool.
Yeah, Lynn's shifting's a little bit different to your shifting. Druids can become beasts due to their nature, or well, their connection with nature. Lycans like me, like Fee, like Lynn, that's a little more innate.
That confused expression kind of gets a little bit stronger at your shifting. He's got no idea what you're talking about.
Huh. Did anyone tell you they teach you the ropes, kid?
I mean, I know some stuff. My dad taught me some stuff, but I learned a lot of stuff by myself.
Okay, your shifting's a little bit different to lichen shifting, but it might still work the same. So, do me a favor. Think of a beast. Any beast. Probably one that can't fly. Just for safety's sake, but think of a beast.
Okay. And he looks like he's thinking. It's like he just sort of taps his chin with a very thin finger and then goes, okay. Wolves are good.
That choice does make her grin a bit. Now, the way I teach it to the lichens is, you are that beast. You just gotta think of becoming that beast. The beast is still you. You're still the beast. It's just your different form. So imagine yourself being that beast, and then use your magic to make it happen.
I can do that?
You get a short yip from the wolf Fee. It should be noted, in their wolf form, while they were like a black raven, now that they're not trying to hide it anymore, they are the same kind of foresty green as their hair was.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Oh, boy. Rye looks delighted by this knowledge, but a little incredulous. He's like, I can turn into a wolf? That's nuts. I can try? And he's sort of not quite sure how to go about that, but he sort of folds his arms over his chest and is thinking about it really, really hard. And I know you don't actually have to roll for this, but I want to roll something because he's never done it before.
I think druids use wisdom, so maybe a wisdom check?
Okay. It's just a straight whiz. Alright, we can do that.
What did you roll? What did you roll?
That was a 3. Plus his whiz,
yikes.
which is 5.
That's a 7. That's an 8. There's a very visible ... moment between the three of them, I think.
Oh boy. He's trying. He really is trying.
He really is trying.
Oh, my poor boy. He's just sort of gonna look up after a minute and be like, I don't know that I can do this. It doesn't... I don't know how this works.
And it's this point that Fee shifts back again to a person. Does Rye know cartoon sign?
I don't... Oh, you know, I've never thought about it. Probably not. I would say not.
Okay. So after a moment of signing at you and getting no response, Fee will look at Ava and sign at Ava. And Ava goes, Fee says look at your shadow.
Okay, and he's gonna turn around and do that.
And Fee moves to stand next to you. And you watch, they themselves don't shift, but their shadow morphs until it's not a little kid stood there, it is a wolf.
Rye's gonna squeal a little bit. It's like, oh, you know what? I just had an idea. And he's gonna actually sink down into his shadow. And, because he's done this for his puppet play a dozen times.
Oh, that's dope.
And, so he's just his little shadow on the ground and is like, okay, well, this is how it works for my puppet play. And he's going to change his shadow from his normal shape into, well, something vaguely canine. It's not, we're very wolfy, but it's kind of wolfy. And then he's sort of just going to trot around as a shadow pupper for a bit, and then jump back out again. And I'm I didn't draw or get a picture of anything, but he kind of looks more like a puppy than anything else. A little black and grey puppy.
Go ahead and roll insight real quick.
Okie dokie. Oh, right, really? Oh, that's a 2.
Did you get a 1?
No, it was a 2, and his insight is 5.
I will let you have advantage on this one because
Okay.
I kind of want you to spot it.
Okay. That's better. That's a 15. With an insight of 5, that makes it a dirty 20.
You in your puppo form, you look up at Ava and Fee, and you can pinpoint the exact moment that Ava just mentally adds you to her pack because her eyes go really wide and her ears perk up and her tail starts wagging.
Oh boy. All Rye's tail is wagging too, and he's just sort of jumping around doing, I did it.
Fee shifts back into the raven because they are a were-raven rather than a werewolf. But Ava leaps into the air and, like, it's almost like a ripple effect as they move forward. She moves forward. The hair on her head extends to cover her body, and then there is a very large wolf with very blue fur and very gold eyes looking down at you with almost a grin on her muzzle.
Rye's ecstatic. He's like, this is cool. I've never done this before.
And it's at this point that you get a prod in the side with this rather large snout. Which you know to be the equivalent of, tag, you're it.
Okay. He's just gonna, he's excited. I was like, oh cool, I don't know how fast I can run with 4 legs, but whatever, I'll give it a try. He's just gonna try and nudge them back, trying to catch him.
Go ahead and roll... Oh god, what would this be?
Dex?
Yeah, Dex, I guess.
Alright. It doesn't get any modifiers for wild shape, does it?
Your strength, dex, and con change to that of the beast, but your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores stay the same.
Ah, okay.
If you have any proficiencies, I think you get those as well, but any senses you can't use unless the form has them too.
Oh, okay. Well, what was it? What a puppy. What would a puppy have as its dex?
Well, I mean, a regular wolf has a 15.
Right, okay. Which is a +2?
+2.
+2. Okay, well, let's just go with a +2, because that sounds good. Okay, that's a 15 +2, so 17.
Alrighty. Ava, you're gonna roll... What the fuck are you rolling? God, I've got like 3 tabs open just for this. Werewolf, where are you?
Oh, that's a good sound.
Hey, you wanna know something hilarious? As a werewolf in proper werewolf form, rather than the partial shift that they can do, they actually have less dex.
Well, there you go.
That's a 12 plus 1. Yeah, you catch up to them. No, you catch up to her so easy.
He has no finesse, I'm gonna say. So instead of a nice little nudge, it's gonna be more like not quite a tackle, but some sort of headbutt, half tackle into Ava's shoulder, and then scurry off in the other direction.
Alrighty. Well, Ava is now rounding on both you and Fee, because Fee is flying alongside. This is so good.
He's having a great time. I'll roll that again. 9.
Yup.
9. That is a
I
9.
need to now roll 2.
So it's +2, so it's an 11.
And plus 1 for Ava.
Oh!
What is the were-raven? +2. That's, it's 9. 9 plus 2. So Ava and Fee both rolled the same.
Right, I all got
We all rolled the same!
That's great. All 3 of them collide. It's just like poof.
Ava just pounces, and you and Fee try to swerve in opposite directions, and they're just colliding. And then there's a big blue werewolf just rolling on top of you.
Ryan's just gonna break into a giggle fit.
You all, like, roll to a stop in a pile, and Ava's splayed out on the floor beneath the 2 of you.
Oh, that's fantastic. Rye's tail is wagging so much. he's just giggling. Oh, oh, he is a happy boy. He hasn't been this happy for a little while.
Oh. And it's at this point that you all hear a rather low chuckle, and look over to see Asclepius like leaning against the compound gate, staff in one hand and like a dirty smock on from he's clearly been gardening.
And Rye's just sort of gonna jump up and kind of he's gonna sort of dive at the floor in order to go back into shadow and then pop back up in his normal shape and run over to say hi to Asclepius.
Fair enough.
Did you see what I did?
Yeah, I did.
I turned into a dog.
Did you have fun?
Yeah. I don't think I can normally run that quick.
Four legs do tend to be pretty faster than two, usually. Or so Ava tells me.
Mine are really skinny normally, so that was that was fun.
Yeah. It should be noted, Ava's wear form is, like, pretty filled out. But Fee's is much closer to, like, the wire skeleton that they have, because they're both Housing Dunes.
Mm-hmm.
So, Fee at this point, who is on Ava's shoulder, who, like, pads over, just kind of sticks out a leggy to show their wire frame.
Oh. No, fair enough. Ryan just sort of looks at his own legs and then looks up at that and is like, nods. Like, okay, yep. Same hat. Same hat.
Wire limb solidarity.
Yep. He's sort of gonna look back up at Asclepius. What are you doing out here?
Well, the mansion told us one of the keys had been used, but we couldn't find anyone in the house, so Jacques and I decided to take a walk around town, see who it was.
Oh, that was me. Sorry, I should have maybe knocked first?
It's all good. We gave you the keys to use whenever you wanted.
Ooh. He's gonna sort of look Asclepius up and down, and you smell like dirt.
Yeah, I've been, trying to cultivate some curse root closer to the house.
Oh, that sounds like a good idea.
We've been looking more into where the blood bloom asphodel came from, but we haven't been able to find any in the town itself. Still, better safe than sorry.
Yeah, though he's not a problem anymore, I thought.
No, he is gone. But,
Good.
well, we wouldn't have gotten this far without learning from our mistake.
The needle bites are really nice. They showed us
Yeah,
where
they
it
are.
was.
It's it's at this point that Fee kind of jumps over, flaps wings a bit to land on your shoulder instead, or maybe on your head, which is probably better because you've got skinny ass shoulders.
Yeah, he's got little round shoulders, but they've got spikes on them. So he's essentially got those little pigeon spike that they put on buildings on his shoulders. So I'd say his head.
Yeah, the head then.
And he's just sort of going to sit there. It's like, oh, hi.
There's a little gentle and very, very careful nip at specifically just your hair, rather than trying to like get any skin, because the bite of a were-raven has the lycanthropy. So they don't want to give that to you without your permission.
No, that's fair. Like, he doesn't actually have hair. The white in his design is his hood, but yeah, that works too.
Ah,
Yeah.
then nips at the hood.
Why? Stop trying to put holes in my head. he's just gonna kind of put his hands behind his head and giggle a little bit. He is not nervous anymore.
Both of the adults will chuckle at that a bit before Asclepius looks at Ava and goes, Ro wanted your help with something about setting up a new classroom. And you can see the ... oh, peck expression before Ava bolts. Not even bothering to shift back.
Rye's just gonna go, bye, and wave a little bit.
She's very, very smart, but she's not very good at remembering things.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, lots of people know all sorts of different things. Just comes down to what you've been taught, I suppose.
That's very wise. You're pretty smart.
I try. I went through a lot of lessons, so I'd hope some of it stuck.
Asclepius, like, very clearly telegraphing the move so you can move away if you don't want to, like, goes to pat your shoulder, careful of the spikes. Crouches down a little to fit, because he's even taller than Ava is.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not gonna stop him.
Well, if you wanted, I could show you my garden.
Oh,
Seemed pretty interesting.
Rye's eye just goes really, really round. He's like, yes, please.
Alrighty, follow me then. And he will double tap the floor twice with his staff. Double tap the floor twice? He'll tap the floor twice. English. with his staff. And a door rises out from the ground like you've seen before. This time, instead of it being a corridor, it's just like an open door into a garden. And it is lush. Like, even with the kind of dark filter of Halloween Town's aesthetic, it is very vibrant.
Oh, Rye is in awe. As soon as he steps through and he's just sort of looking, he wants to look at everything.
Go ahead and roll nature then.
Woohoo! What's his nature like? It should be pretty alright. There, okay. That is a 10 plus 5. That is a 15.
Nice. Alrighty. 15. So you can recognize a decent chunk of these plants. There's some miscellaneous, like, herbs for herbal recipes and whatnot. There's some cooking plants, like spices and shit.
Mm-hmm.
There's some that you can't quite place, but you can tell just based off some of their features that they're probably poisonous.
Mm-hmm.
There's the curse reed that you're now very familiar with.
Yep.
That one doesn't seem to be doing so well, and you remember, oh yeah, it mostly grows in desecrated graveyards. This is not that.
No.
Which probably explains why it's in pots rather than just in the ground.
Yeah.
But it all seems to be very well taken care of. There is clear care going into the maintenance of these plants.
No, he is a happy boy. He's sort of he's gonna kind of, as he's walking around, he's gonna name everything that he can recognize and point at it.
Nice. Asclepius is like very like you can see the same kind of joy of, oh hey, someone else knows plants registering in his face now as well.
Aw.
And you get the feeling he doesn't get to talk to people very often about his garden.
Rye's gonna stop after a little bit and grin up at Asclepius in that kind of I don't have a mouth kind of way. There's so many nice plants here.
Yeah, it's a little piece of home. I had a pretty big cultivation, shall we say. I've not been able to do quite so much here. Not all the plants take so well to the soil, but it's been pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'm more used to tropical plants. Though Lynn's garden had carrots in it, but it's got lots of flowers now, and I planted some nettles. Those are nice. I'm sure you can do something with them, but I'm not sure what it is. But
well, you can make tea out of them.
Ooh.
And you can make soup out of them too. Most people don't try, because it stings. But and then he just wiggles his fingers that are covered in fur.
Well, they're not too bad, if you know what you're doing.
True, but not many people take the time to learn, which is a shame.
I planted the nettles, because that's what I call network. And
That's adorable!
and sweetheart roses, I planted some of those in the flower box near the front door, because that's what Lynn calls network. Calls her sweetheart. And you don't even have to roll insight. His mood has steeply dropped.
There's another small nip from Fee, who's still perched on your head. And Asclepius will, kneel down to be at your height and go, I'm sure she'll come back soon.
I hope so. I want to go home. But they didn't want me there without someone else there, and I mean, Nettle's there, Network is there, but Network's cold and sad and lonely, and I don't want her to be lonely. But
Roll insight for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll actually do this for Fee as well. Fucking Christ, Fee. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot you actually got decent. Okay.
And 9. What's his insight? 5. 9 plus 5.
Alrighty. Well, Fee will notice this slightly more than you do. Because that's a 14 from you and a 16 from them. Asclepius gets it. The whole, I want to go home, but home isn't home without people there. And
I'm actually going to try... You keep going, I'm just going to have a look at some of Fry's stuff real quick.
He fully gets it, and he fully gets why it's a thing, and he does empathize a little bit, because he is empathizing a lot more with Network. Because, at least you can go to other places in the meantime. Network's just kind of alone and stuck there.
That's what happens when you're stuck to your foundations, I guess.
That's what happens when you're a genius locus, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna roll a deception for Rye real quick. That is a 13 plus 4. He is trying to stop Asclepius from knowing that he's just about to cry, really.
Oh my god. Asclepius, the one time! God's sake.
Oh, goodness.
I'm giving him advantage on this, because he's interacted with you, and he's interacted with kids before.
Sure.
Okay, whoa, Jesus Christ. Okay, that's better. The first one was a 5 plus 8. This one's a 17 plus 8.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Rye's distinctly upset.
And that's a 15 plus 7 from Fee. So yeah. They both get it, and this time, instead of it being a nip from a raven, Fee jumps off your head and shifts back, and you now have... Essentially what they've done is they've crouched slightly so they can rest their chin on the top of your head.
Aww. Aww.
Because they are 5'9", and you are significantly smaller.
Yeah, he's a short boy. Yeah, Rye's just sort of... He's not going to resist that or anything. He's actually just going to start fiddling with the cloth of his hoodie awkwardly.
Asclepius by this point has actually sat down rather than just kneeling, and he holds out an arm if you want a hug.
Rye's gonna hesitate, but then trot over to accept it. You're like, yeah, Asclepius looks fluffy. I like fluffy.
He is fluffy. He's very fluffy. he does take a moment to quickly like brush off any dirt on his hand before he wraps it around you, not to so as to avoid getting mud on your hoodie.
Not that Rye cares about dirt.
Yeah. you can feel it, like with the size, your head kind of ends up resting against his chest a little bit. You can feel when he speaks through the vibrations in his chest, and he goes, Lynn is smart. She may not act it all the time, but she is pretty smart, and I don't think she'd want to leave you alone. She'll be back, I'm sure.
He kind of just sighs a little bit. I don't know. I thought things would be nicer on the mainland, but stuff like this is just what happens to people like me, I think. Network said that it's not my fault, but I can't help but think it might be.
I'm gonna have him roll intelligence, because I don't think he'd have any reason to know much about Pokemon. Fucking Christ, that's an 6 plus 2. That's an 8. So he's gonna give you a mildly confused look and just go, people like you?
He's gonna nod. Dark types. Good things don't happen to dark types.
He doesn't know quite what you mean by dark type specifically, and you can tell. But he lives in a town full of monsters, so he does kind of get in a very general manner what you mean.
Yeah.
People who say that because they can't be bothered to act so that good things happen to people like us. Or, even worse, they act in ways that make sure good things happen. Good things don't happen to people like us. Which is why we have to oppose them. Because everyone deserves good things.
You can just tell he wants to believe Asclepius, he really does, but he doesn't fully.
It's difficult. It is difficult, and they both get that. Asclepius slightly more than Fee, because, like, at least Fee was raised in Halloween Town, where it's relatively alright, but Asclepius has been in the outside world.
Yeah. There was no one like me at home. Well, when I was there. I don't know why I was still there. Why he kept me. He didn't like.
What do you mean?
He didn't like me.
Who do you mean?
My dad. He definitely didn't like me. I mean, maybe a little at first, I think. But I don't know. Something changed, and then it was all study, study, study. Train, train. Your magic needs to be very strong. That was all he cared about.
Hey, go ahead and roll insight.
That is a 17. What is insight?
Nice.
Plus 5. 17 plus 5.
Okay, Asclepius, what is your You literally cannot roll better than that for deception trying to hide this from you. I'll roll it anyway, see if he gets an extra 20. He does not. That's a fucking 9. So you can tell he's trying to hide it. He does not manage to hide it. He is angry. He's angry that someone would treat you like that.
Rye's just sort of going to shrink down a little bit in his arms. It's like, oh no. Oh no, I made Asclepius angry. Oh no.
Hey, no, I'm not angry at you. I'd never be angry at you. I'm angry at your dad for treating you like a tool. You are more than your abilities. And if he can't see that, then it's his loss, quite frankly, because you are a wonderful person.
Rye's sort of just fiddling with his fingers a little bit. That's what Lynn says too.
Well, Lynn's smart. Smarter than me. So if she says it, then I've gotta be right.
But you can do so much cool stuff, like make potions and things. I don't think Lynn's coffee counts as a potion.
No, I wouldn't say that either. Jacques has told me a couple things about that.
That smells gross.
It does. But then again, I'm a lot older than Lynn, so I've had a lot more time to learn things.
I like learning things.
It's fun.
If I'm allowed to take breaks in between, that makes it nice.
Learning's no fun when it's forced. If you need to take breaks, then take breaks. In fact, you should take breaks. It's better for your health.
I'm not really used to people caring about that sort of thing.
Oh my god!
I love the clicky clack of the dice and then wheeze.
That is an unnatural one from Fee right there.
Oh boy.
As they try and fail to hide their chirping growl, they are also upset.
Oh.
You're their friend! Never mind that you've only known each other for like an hour. You're their friend! How dare someone treat you like that? And they have once again plunked their chin onto your head.
Aw. Ryan has no idea how to process all of this. He's just sort of sitting there. He's like, oh boy, this is a really, really fluffy hug, and I've been getting headbutted by someone who can turn into a bird. Oh boy. Oh.
This does draw a mild chuckle from Asclepius, who goes, well, if Fee likes you, then the rest of the Lycans will, so expect that later down the line. They're very big on hugs.
I don't mind them. They're nice and warm and you're fluffy.
So I've been told.
Do you know stuff about how, what's the word, laws and stuff works? I mean, I know you're not a Toon, but, like, Toon laws and stuff?
I know a fair amount. I kind of have to. What in specific were you thinking?
Well, Network showed me something that Lynn has, and she wants to adopt me, but I ran away, and the name that she's written on the piece of paper, it's the one that I picked. It's not the one that he picked. Will that still work?
Hmm.
Will they let her?
Ordinarily, no, they wouldn't, because it's not your legal name. However, you are a citizen of Halloween Town under that name, and Halloween Town is registered as a legal body. So, it probably would, because you're registered as a citizen here.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll deception again at disadvantage. Ah! I may not need it. That was a 4. Oh, what's his deception? Plus 4. That's an 8. I'm gonna just do it again.
Well,
And that's a 5. So, okay, so he's gonna... Yeah.
well, that's an 11 on the dice for Fee. Never mind their plus 7.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
2 on the dice plus 8 for Asclepius, so that's 10.
Cool.
So, they both get it.
He is trying to hide the crying again, but this time it's relieved, happy kind of tears. Like, he had been thinking about it a lot ever since he saw the adoption paperwork that Lynn had hidden in her office that Network had showed him. And he had started to get really worried that even if Lynn came back and wanted to go through with it, that it wouldn't work. And he's just so relieved that it will. And he just sort of starts sniffling a little bit and rubs at his eye. I mean, good. Good.
You get a gentle squeeze from Asclepius as he digs into his pocket a moment and pulls out a small handkerchief. Small in comparison to, like, him. For you, it's probably fairly regularly sized.
Yeah, no, that's fine. He'll accept it and sort of just hide his face in it. But he's crying, but he's happy. So, you know.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta just release emotion.
Mm-hmm. And he'll just sort of cry about it for a little bit before sort of sitting up a little bit straighter. It's like, should I wait for Lynn to say something when she comes home?
I feel like this is something she probably wanted to surprise you with. So, use your best judgment, I suppose.
He nods. I'll pretend I don't know. Nettle showed me because she wanted me to know that Lynn really does care about me, and I don't know why I didn't believe it.
It's difficult at first. When you've been told something your whole life, it's a change to try and believe something different. You can roll insight on that if you want.
I will. Rye, please. That's a 10.
10, okay. That's sure a statement. That is sure a statement.
Those are words. That is a sentence.
He might be speaking from experience, or it might just be that he's really fucking wise. You don't know.
I don't know. I mean, Rice not interacted with Asclepius a huge amount, so he's probably inclined to just go with the latter.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Asclepius does have 20 wisdom.
Well, there you go. Cool. Rye's gonna sort of sit there contentedly for a little bit, and then look around the garden some more. And can I help you in your garden?
Sure. Okay.
And
Let me show Let me show you the Franken tree.
He's good. He. That is not a 1. He's just going to go stick his both hands into his scarf and pull out, like, he's got a little tiny trowel, and he's got his own little set of little tiny tools. It's like, yes! Garden! I will do a garden!
This is terrible! Oh my god! This does make Asclepius chuckle. Like he looks delighted as he stands up and like brushes the mud off his legs. He goes, "Come on, I'll show you the Franken tree, and then we'll get started on some weeding."
He's just gonna giggle excitedly and trot after Asclepius, ready to have a good time. Oh, that's sweet.
Hell yeah.
I think that's a really good place to leave it.
Yeah, same. That was really cute.
And we
got a little bit of lore.
And we got a little bit of lore. Oh dear. Well, thank you very much. That was fun.
That was amazing. I'm very glad that we did this.
Yeah, same. And Ryan can turn into a puppy now. Oh, amazing. Oh dear. Well, thank you everyone for listening. This has been fun.
Yeah.
And we'll see you at the next thing.
Yep.
Bye.
See you next week.